coming in. Good morning. Good Monday morning. Yep, decent, Ralph. Yep, Ralphie. Does that say Ralphie? You're making me, Ralphie and friends, make me think of Christmas. Christmas, definitely with Ralphie. Got my non-sponsored go-go juice going. But yeah, sales were okay over the weekend. The big items are starting to hit, which is great because those like $70 to $100 items like really add up quick, obviously. Sell 10 of those, you're talking almost 1,000, which is good. Not necessarily profit, but good, right? So we're going to be going over, I don't know, almost 20 brands. Hopefully maybe some bolos to you. If not, maybe it's just some different price ranges that you haven't been thinking about for different things. Like this Nike doesn't sell for what it used to. But let's go ahead and get started. I have a repeat buyer right here. Let me make sure this is on. So welcome in, everybody. I hope everyone had a great week, and I hope your sales were good. Guess what? This week or tomorrow is Halloween, obviously, and then November. November is traditionally known as a big spending month, as a lot of you know. We have Black Friday and everything else. So all positive things, all good things, all good things. This is this a win? No, it's just a Apex men's North Face. Not really much to talk about here other than it's a North Face and it's got that, whenever it has that soft shell, you always put that in the item title, soft shell, and a lot of times I'll put Apex. Good morning, Mary. How are you doing over on the Facebooks? So this one is going out flat rate envelope. So what's up, everybody? All right, it's kicking in now. We're kicking. Got that go-go juice ready. So $42.22. $42.22. I priced it at that. That is not an auto posture sale. Good morning, Cindy. Again, let me know how many sales you guys have had over the weekend. I think mine was around 20. I didn't actually count. I just pulled everything this morning. Kind of, I don't know, you guys really can't see it, but behind me, I'm like organizing because I added new bins. I'm always organizing. So, I mean, I'm always adding and redoing like yearly. So I added some new bins. So I'm kind of reorganizing things, consolidating things. So that's going to be part of the plan today. Thanks, Trisha. So did you spend do you do special deals on Black Friday? Yeah, I think you have to do special sales on Black Friday because everyone is at their keyboard no matter where they are, and eBay's trying to get sales, and Amazon's trying to get sales, and everyone's trying to get sales. So at least promote your items that week. So either run a sale or promote them because you want people to see them. So do an all store promotion that week of Black Friday, but it's the whole week. They have like Cyber Monday, Black Friday, something Thursday, small business Saturday, whatever, all those things. What's up, brother? Good morning to you. What's up, Gemma? Angie, I always know when you're coming in here with the surfs. What's the percentage eBay takes? Right around 13%. So eBay takes right around 13%. Let me make sure this is going to the right buyer. The next item is something I've never done before. So Christopher, yeah, eBay takes just over 13. And then like, if you have a store, you don't have insertion fees, and then they take like another 30%. So just say 13 to 14% to play it safe. My Crazy Horse UPS shoebox is not listed on eBay. They are not listed on eBay. So these USPS shoe boxes, they are just called that on the website. They're just a priority box. So as long as you send the item priority and you put in the dimensions and weight, that's all that matters. So when you do eBay, like on my phone, I have it already set. Like I have a nickname for it. It's just called 2 to 3 pound priority is what I nickname it, because that's just how I know it's going out like as a shoe box or maybe something bigger, and I can change the size. It's just my nickname. So this is just priority. So as long as it's going out priority, weight, dimensions, that's all you have to put in. If they're shoes, you're going to be looking at like on average 2 to 4 pounds. Good morning. Totally thought your whatnot was last night. Now it's next Sunday. Audrey, did you type in my whatnot? Someone typed about whatnot. Oh my gosh, I thought it was tonight. Yeah, it's next Sunday. So next Sunday, the 5th at 8 p.m. Eastern Central Time. I'm just not like come on and spend a lot. literally, I don't want to list women's clothing and I want to get rid of it on Whatnot. So hopefully you guys get good deals. So I'm not going to promote it a whole lot. Just, if you want to be there, be there. And I'll be myself. Let's see. Are you helping a lot with Bolos and Motivate? Oh, you are helping a lot. I was saying, am I helping? I'm trying. Learning to get bread and butter items too. Bread and butter wins the day. I'm telling you. I'll read over here too, guys. But I'm telling you, bread and butter pays the bills. I mean, obviously those big items, but like I would what you're going to do, you're going to go into Goodwill and you're going to find 6 items that you're going to make $10 to $20 profit on. So you're going to make, let's just say $100 profit on those 10 items. Yeah, they take a little longer to sell. And then you find that one pair of Jinkos once a year. That's rare. We live off those bread and butters. That's what we live off of. The thing is, can you get the bread and butters and list them quickly? Can you make it more efficient? Like what I started this year with Polo Ralph Lauren's or anything along those lines. Anything that you can pick up the same thing over and over and over again and make that $10 to $12 or more profit. So let's see. Stephanie, I had a lamp sale to Hawaii buyer. Shipping is crazy. Frown face. I bet. Shipping is probably crazy. I lose money on this one. Yeah, that's the biggest thing when I don't know if I'm yelling. But that's one of the biggest things with starting on eBay, like the shipping. If you don't put in the right dimensions and then calculated shipping to the person, I don't know if you do free shipping, you can lose money quick, and then it'll be really like sad because you'll be like, I don't want to do this anymore. Trust me. Been there, done that many times. Good morning, Teach. Good morning, Lucy. Let's see. Early Bird Riser. I know Early Bird gets the word. Riser, I think I'm going to list those sweaters, by the way. I really don't think I have any use for them. I don't know how to display them. USPS has 108 size limit on packages. How do you get around the shipping large boots? 108 shipping or inches? I don't know. I don't really ship large boots. I would ask Ethan. I think he's going on at 9. Ask him about shipping boots. So hi, Emily. Hate breakables. I do too. I don't like breakables. I've talked to people before. I used to have a huge thing of peanuts, and I was set up for breakables. So like I had the big boxes, I had the peanuts, I had the big bubble wrap with the like 1-inch bubbles. I was set for that. So right now I'm not. So if I were to get something breakable, I'd either have to go spend a ton of money to get product to ship it, or I'd have to just rig it together, and I don't like doing that. What's up, Audrey? Yes, I did. Others there too. I know. I even put in there. I got in last night and put more stuff in. I'm going to put more stuff in today. I need to slow down. I don't want to put too much in, but I'm telling you, I'm doing like 15 or 20 second sudden death in my Whatnot. So 15 to 20 second sudden death for every single item. Not one item is going to be regular auction. I don't care if it's a really expensive item. They're all sudden death. It's going to be a wham, bam, quick show. Hopefully somebody blinks and you guys get stuff for super cheap. Thrift store and Goodwills have gone crazy with their prices. Gotta be savvy nowadays. Savvy, my bad. Yeah, Doug, you gotta be savvy. They always are going to try to get ahead of you, but in my mind, they're always one step behind. As long as you know what's trending and you know what's selling quick or what's selling before they get a hold of it, you're going to do well. Like our Goodwills are now selling Lucky Brand for $20. They're selling Nike for expensive. I don't even bother with those brands for the most part, except for I do have a Nike sale, but it's older. When is your first Whatnot? It is November the 5th. November the 5th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you're new to Whatnot, you can get $15 off. I have a link in my link tree everywhere on every platform. Good morning, Wayne. Do you cross-list the same item on Poshmark and Mercari? Brian, I only list on eBay. So all these sales I'm talking about are eBay. I've talked about maybe starting Poshmark and stuff, but I'm not ready for it yet. If I do, eBay really is efficient for me, especially when doing my taxes and everything else, because I keep it all like automated and spreadsheeted, so I don't have to do a lot of stuff. What's up? Morning, Donna Diggs. Good morning, Patriot Girl. Patriot Girl, I'll never forget your name. You know what sells good on Whatnot. You know what sells good on Whatnot. I honestly don't. I watch people like K-Way, and he sells like really crazy stuff. And then I watch other people who sell vintage t-shirts. I just know I'm not going to put poo-poo stuff. Well, I don't pick up bad women's clothing. That's what I'm saying. When I go to a Goodwill and I see a rack And there's good women's clothing on there, like Silk Eileen Fisher. I can't pass that. I got to pick it up, and I don't want to list it, and so I'll just unload it. All right, next item. Speaking of women's clothing, this is easier to list for me, but this is and it's probably not a good whatnot item. This is a Ralph Lauren. We talked about this online the other day. This is a 1X, so that's an oversize actually. So when you're on eBay, you put big and tall for this, and there'll be an option for 1X. So this is not extra large. This is in the big and tall 1X. You got to make sure you do that. It's definitely bigger. This is a women's. It would fit me easily. This is called like a Nortic pattern. So when you put it in, it could be a Fair Isle or Nortic. It's wool. In men's, this would probably sell for $70 or $80. Women's, it sold for $28.88. That's just where we are with it. Ties will. Do ties sell on Do ties sell on whatnot? I have a whole. So I put a post. If you guys follow me on Instagram or on Facebook actually, I posted it. I have all these ties to list. So what I do is I collect ties, or I didn't collect them, but I just put them in this box. And when the box gets full, like right now, I will start listing ties. So if ties do well on whatnot, that might be something I think about. And then I have another box that when they're finished, I put them in there. So I do not process. My bad. Good morning. Spreadsheeted. Yeah, I know. By the way, guys, get ahead of the game because tax season is right around the corner. How to return because I chose the wrong one. Live and learn. Yep. How to return because I chose the wrong one. Live and learn. Yeah. It happens. I mean, it's part of it. I did a swapperoo the other day, and it happens. I feel really bad when I do a swap. Someone gets something that I'm supposed to send to someone else because I wasn't paying attention, most likely because I'm doing this. And guys supposedly can't multitask. I don't know. That's what my wife says. But anyways, that's sold for $28.28. That's why I'm double checking everything. This is a Duluth trading. I don't pick all Duluth up, but this buffalo plaid always is a good pattern. So you guys know, like during Christmas time, in the holidays, this is the pattern that sells. It's the most popular pattern. It's what everyone goes and take pictures with Santa Claus, only because I know that, because I do that. But that sold for $20.77. That's an auto posture sale. So Duluth trading. I don't get all Duluth, but I do get some. I used to get all Duluth, but not anymore. We'll make sure that's going out to the right person. What's up, retired reselling Fawn? I can't come Thursday. If you're going on Thursday. All right, so let's see. That's going to Mike Wazowski. Mike. All right. That is going to Mike Wazowski. Just kidding. Name that movie. Oh, this is the pair. Okay. We'll talk about it now. Good morning, Kung Fu Danda. Good morning, Kung Fu Danda. So I sold the Star Wars logo. So I sold the Star Wars logo people had. Now the person said that they're knockoffs. Sitting back with a tracking number, but did not file through eBay. That happens sometimes. I don't want to generalize, but like, I don't know if it's like an older gen or just not like the computer generation or whatever, but sometimes they'll just take it to the post office and send it. I know that because they'll have like a handwritten address and everything on the box or the thing. Legos. Yeah. Monsters Inc. You got it, Mario. Monsters Inc. Yeah. Everyone over here has got Monsters Inc. too. So, dang, you guys are good. You guys know Disney. Angie, Stephanie. All right. Good morning, Tropical. Good morning. The mama. Okay. So before we move on, this is a first for me. So check these out. Look at these Jordans. Look how sick these are, right? Look how sick these Jordans are. Boom. Look at that. Sick Jordans. Look at this. What? They're cleats. They are not cleats, but they're golf shoes. So these things are sweet. They're golf shoes and they're Jordans, but guess what? They have to go to that authenticity thing through eBay because I swear like every pair of Jordans do. I don't know the exact thing, but this is the first time I've ever shipped to the authenticity center through eBay. I've never done it before. You didn't have to used to do this. This is like within the past, I don't know, year or something like that. So instead of using a priority box, I can't use that because it has to go FedEx. I don't know why, but they do. So I'm using a regular box. I'm going to make sure these are nice and neat. So those are sick. How many sales do you have over the weekend? This weekend, Sophie, right around 20. Right around 20 from Friday, like evening till today. And so we're going over them. These sold for $100, and I bought them for $30. So right there, $29. And people always ask, how do you take the marker thing off? I don't. I've never had an issue with the sale. And they see them in the pictures. So $100 for these. If these were not cleats, they'd go for way more. But they are cleats, so they didn't go for way more. I'll get the other bag for them. Actually, I'm going to put them in. No, I'll put them in. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Hello from Australia. Good morning, Ozzy. Good morning, Ozzy. Where's my Australia? Where's my Australia? I don't know where my Australia is, but good morning. How are you? Let's see. Sell them for $74 or less on eBay, and you don't have to authenticate them. Okay, Wayne. So that makes sense. Is that every shoe? What shoe is that? So he said if you sell them for $74 or less. I thought Ethan said that before. Is that every brand or just like the faked brands? Because I know Jordans are faked quite a bit. Sorry for the loud noise, guys. I'm going to put a little bit of bubble. In here. Little bit of bubble. Let's see. Surprise sold cinch button down in less than a day. Why are you surprised at that, Cindy? Cinch sells quick. Cinch is like Ariat. Cinch is I think more desirable in regular button-up shirts than Carhartt, to be honest. Cinch is like a really good brand for that like Western ranch style, farm style. So you can cover the numbers with the black Sharpie. Yeah, you can cover. So what Ethan does with shoes, he will on the bottom, if it says like $9 or something, he'll take a Sharpie and just cover the number. And people have asked me all weekend about that because I released a video about shoes. If it says $9.99, we'll just take a black Sharpie and make a box around it and just color in the box so it just looks like a black Sharpie box. So that's another option if you don't want to have the price on there. So these have a weird label, FedEx, and they're going, I guess, it's called Oxford Drive, so that makes sense. They're going to some shoe. Oxford sounds like shoe to me. Let's see. So do you sell shoes first before authenticating them? No. Do you sell the shoes first before I can? Yes. So I sell them first, and then they go to the authentication center, I think, and they get a tag, and then they go to the buyer. If they're not authentic, I think they get sent back to you on your own dime. The was taken. The was taken, so I had to use the. I'm just Shauna. My bad. Shauna, I'm going to have to say Shauna. I just use hand sanitizer to remove the marker. Yeah, so hand sanitizer, I know like fingernail polish can remove it. I just haven't taken the time, and I have goods. They sell. If it's real obvious, I'll do what Ethan does and mark it out. What's up, Casey? I wouldn't take less just because of that, though. It doesn't cost extra when they have to be authenticated. No. Yeah, I didn't take less, and I won't take less. And I don't pick up a lot of Jordans, but those aren't really faked. I knew they were legit. You can just tell. You can tell with shoes. People always ask me, like, how do you know if something's faked or not? Like True Religion jeans were faked. You just tell by the stitching on those. You can tell by the rivets on the inside, the weight of them, all that sort of stuff. Morning, Katie. Nail polish remover does it for me. Yeah. Positively divorced. Yeah. Nail polish remover. You guys know in the morning, can't talk. Every time I get on here at 8, it's not good. What about when it's written in the fabric label on clothes? Do you wave? Nope. I don't mess with it. So now our Goodwills are starting to put, like, if it's a North Face jacket and it's $19.99, they'll put $19.99 on the tag back here. I don't get rid of that. I don't care about that. I don't mess with it. People normally don't care. They're buying a nice used piece of clothing. They can see the condition. It says $19.99. You know, they can be like, well, you only pay $19.99. I've never had that question. They're happy to get it for the price they're getting it at because they're not paying retail. No worries, just sharing. No problem. Shauna, if you smack bottom of the sneakers, they sound like watermelons. They're legit also. Okay, so smack the bottom of them. They sound like watermelons are legit. I don't even know if I know what a watermelon. I don't even know if I know what that looked like. Thrifting today. Not me, Casey. You are lucky. I'm listing on my phone. It's Monday. Our Mondays around here. What's up, Kinks? Our Mondays around here are not good. My friend who makes a full-time living off of doing vintage clothing, we've both decided that thrifting around here on Mondays is not good. They're like pulling inventory. They're slow putting stuff out. The middle of the week is better around here. All right, so this is a Robert Graham. I sold 2 of these this weekend. This one's a black. So this is a retail arbitrage. Robert Graham. I paid, I think, $39.99 for this one. Robert Graham. I have all of them listed at $99.99. This one sold for $82. So $82 for this Robert Graham. The MSRP is $348. If you guys don't know by now, for most brands, MSRP is a joke. You guys know that. $340. They can put whatever they want on it. Then they run a 50% off sale, and you think you're getting a good deal. It's all about marketing. So they'll put MSRP $100,000 and run a 90% off sale, and you think you're getting a really super duper good deal. How do you refund them? If it's oh my bad. So there's 2 Cinch jeans yesterday. Cinch jeans do better than the shirts, by the way. Can you cover the numbers? Oh yeah. So how do you refund them? If it isn't through the eBay return, sorry and thanks. Mary, if they send it to you and you get the item back, you can refund them. You just go into that item and you can send a refund. So for example, right here, I've already shipped this item, and let's say this person shipped it back, and there's nothing in here that says they shipped it. Right here, there's a tab, and it will say send refund. So it will say send refund right there, and you can send a refund. So where it says manage shipping, there'll be a little tab, and it'll say send refund, and you can send that refund right through there. Super easy. And that similar thing on the computer. I'm listing. Found some packages from Whatnot I'm going to list. Got you. Whatnot packages. So you sourced off Whatnot. Hopefully people can source off me. Not true, Surf. Yeah. Sean, what's up? Heading into store. 2 color, 75% off. Dang. See, that's good. Our stores used to, by the way, here's that Robert Graham, $72. Going to put it in a bag. And then I'm going to put it in one of those shoe boxes because those shoe boxes are good for everything. Our Goodwills on Mondays used to change the color of the week. So the color that's about to go to the bins next week used to be the 99 or the half off for the week. But those items were on the floor for 5 weeks. So all the good stuff was gone. It would just be like Target brands, Old Navy brands, stuff like that for super cheap, like local school t-shirts. So there's that Robert Graham retail arbitrage. I made about $30 on it after taxes and fees and everything. It's going to go into one of these. Doesn't weigh a whole lot. Good morning, Smoky Mountain Thrifts, a.k.a. Abby. I found Sean finds more on Monday. All right, Sean, you go get it. Go get it. We did that deep clean yesterday. Oh, my gosh. Casey. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys. Suntan oil removes the black Sharpie from the bottom of the shoes. Look at all this. Suntan oil, finger polish remover. And what did Positively Divorced? What'd you say? I forget what you said. That one does too. Yeah, so there's a lot of things. If you don't follow Ethan knows all about shoes. But I usually don't take it off. That's just me though. So this is going out, making sure it's going to the right person, David. So I picked these up probably 2 weeks ago, and I just sold 2 this weekend. So happy about that. This is what I was going to tell you. Yesterday was my wife's birthday. That's why I did not get on late doing this packing, because it was my wife's birthday yesterday. What did she want for her birthday? She wanted all of her shit, sorry for the language, picked up in the house. Not hers, mine and the kids. So I had to get all my eBay stuff. Everything's like from upstairs, organized, get all packing stuff. Just make the house cleaned up and all the kids' stuff cleaned up. That's all she wanted. And so that's what I was doing yesterday. And you know what? It was a good thing. I needed to do it. What sells better? What sells best on Whatnot, Lucy? To be honest, I'm not real sure. I think the bigger thing about Whatnot is you have to have a following. You can have really, really good items, but if you don't have a lot of people in your auction, pretend it's like an auction house. If you have 15 people inside of your building and you're doing an auction on all cars, they're going to go pretty cheap. But if you have an auction house full of 200 people, there are going to be a lot of people bidding, and your stuff's going to go for more money. So it's different. But I see a lot of people do high-end stuff, T-shirts, a lot of sports cards, stuff like that. Would you wash vintage clothes if they had a slight smell, or do you ship it as is? For vintage clothes, Katie, I usually put on there, it's vintage, has whatever vintage smell, and I'm sitting as is because I don't want to ruin that item. Sometimes vintage, you ruin it. I mean, if it's wool or something, you can get it dry cleaned or whatever. But no, I think I got another sale or something. So here's that Polo, or here's that Nike. I have no idea why this sold for this much. So that's my problem. I should have listed this for cheaper. That's probably why it sold for so much. But there you go. It's just short sleeve. I think it's the only short sleeve I sold. Sold it for $20.56. That's an auto posture sale. I should have had this listed for like $17.99. So good morning, Heather. Hand sanitizer. That's right. Hand sanitizer. That's what Positive said. Magic eraser works. Just cover it with a Sharpie. Yeah, George, that's what I would do. I don't do anything anymore. People usually don't care. They'll just see the condition of the shoe and be like, man, that's a great shoe. It's on the bottom. Like, I don't care how much someone paid for it. I'm getting a good deal. I'm good with that. But at the same time, different opinions for other people. Do what you got to do. Let's see. Suntan. Yes. All right. That's the present. Happy birthday, Shelby. I know, right? Happy birthday to her. She's old. Dang, she's old. That's all I asked for my birthday too. Amy, that's what ADHD is popping off today. Casey, I know. Casey said that's the same thing she asked. She said she had that same party yesterday at her house. Amy, that's what you asked. You guys have issues. We're all fine. The kids, Shelby says she's raising 3 kids. I don't believe it. And we only have 2 that are under 18. So she's talking about me being a kid. Here's a Duluth trading. Again, I don't buy all Duluth, but this is the Wrinkle Fighter, and it's a 4XL. So anything that's real big, you know, bigger the better. I'm not telling you guys anything new, but there are always new eyes watching. So the bigger the better. A 4XL almost in any good brand sells. Not a brand that just makes, like George. At George, everything is big. It doesn't sell really well for me. And this is light enough to go out in a ground advantage. That's the best present. Gosh, all of you guys are about that. Never start. Sean says never start a $1 whatnot. That's his advice to people. Never start a $1 whatnot. I guess that's different strokes for different folks. I know K-Way starts $1 whatnots and he makes a ton of money on his items. It just depends on what you do. It's the same thing with eBay. I do 99-cent auctions because I know when I put on a Coogee sweater or a pair of Jinkos, there are going to be a ton of people on that item. And when you price an item, when you start an item cheap, everyone thinks they have a chance to get in on that item. So it will attract more buyers. Now, yes, $1 is, if you don't have a lot of people in your whatnot, $1 is very risky because you're going to lose money. Good morning from the frosty Washington State. Miss you live thrifting. I know, Tej. I know. I really need a list, though. That's my problem. I really need a list. I didn't even put this in a bag, by the way. So let's do that. All right. So if you're just now coming in, this is that fair aisle. That fair aisle, it's going priority. Do laser discs sell on eBay? I'm not sure. I'm sure they do, Doug. Everything sells. I've never sold laser discs. Are you talking about those big laser discs, like the big ones from like 2000, like the year 2000? Is that what you're talking about? Yolo Flips. I completely believe her. Yeah. Let's see. What about Wrangler brand? Lucy, Wrangler brand George straight jeans usually sell well, especially the longer ones. And also the vintage Wrangler pearl snaps. They're called like bush poplar or something like that. They are really thick. Anything with a loud print, like you'll see buffalo, you'll see stripes and flames. That stuff does sell well. Also, some Wrangler that are denim, the shirts. So Betty Boop is getting this one. Betty Boop. Yes, Doug. I've never sold those. Are pre-bids always allowed on Whatnot? Or does it have to be set up like that? Several pre-bids Saturday night for K-Way show. Yes, Audrey. I don't know, because when I did Bearded's show, there were a lot of pre-bids, including me on that Kuji sweater. I pre-bid on that one. And so it might have to be set up. I'm going to look. I have to add some more women's stuff into Whatnot today. And now I'm going to hopefully be done with that because I should not add any more. I can add a ton more, but I don't need to make a 300 item show. So I will ask, but yes, you can put pre-bids in. I know. I have a vintage like new Kuji t-shirt. And it's not moving. What does it look like? Because if it's not a cable t-shirt, like the cable knit t-shirts, and it just says like Kuji and like has embellishments all over it, those do not sell well. So those do not sell well. In fact, like I'm talking about, like if it has something, I always have something on my fingertip. You'll see a lot of Kuji, something like this, a t-shirt, and it'll say Kuji. Obviously, that's Big Papi or Big Papa, not Big Papi. That's the baseball player. But if it has like Kuji spelled on it and it looks like this with the graphic, it's not going to sell for much money or a whole lot. Those aren't the desirable Kujis. How many items do you have listed on eBay? Just under 1,300 by the end of today. I'm going to try to have 1,325 by the end of today. But hopefully maybe like 1,000 by the end of today. Maybe I'll have 200 sales. Let me see. I have a vintage like new Kuji. Yep. How many items do you have? My bad. And Lucy, thank you. You're welcome. No graphics. Is it have the cable knit, Lisa? You can message me on IG, and I can take a look at it and say yay or nay, and it'll help you price it too. Let's see. Next item that sold. A 3XB black polo, Ralph Lauren. 3XB black polo, Ralph Lauren. These always sell well for me. The black always sell better. This sold for $25. If this wasn't a 3XB, this would sell for like $17.99. Yellow Flips is my hubby, so I know what it's like to live in an eBay store. Yellow Flips. So you do know what it's like to live. How do you feel about that? I did get a storage unit. That created a lot of stress off my wife. Jeez. All right, we're done talking about her. That's going in a flat rate envelope, guys. Flat rate envelope. And it sold for $24.44. So that's an auto posture sale too. I probably had it like $25.99, I guess, something like that. Anyways, flat rate envelope on that guy. Let's see. These are always kind of tough to get it. It's always tough to get it in on these. My Whatnot's going to be inappropriate, by the way, probably. So don't come if you don't like inappropriateness. All right. So here we go. That's going out, boom, like that. And then I'll just put the label on it. Let's see. Make sure it's going to the right person. So again, those big and large I'll sell. The only Polo Ralph Lauren actual short sleeve polo shirts that I'll pick up are the good condition ones that are Pima Soft Touch. So they have to be really good condition, Pima Soft Touch. No collar wear. The seams at the bottom can't be split. I'll pick those up for $5 and sell them for like $16 or $17. Is there a way to tell when you originally listed an item on eBay? Tams, there could be, but now that I have auto posture, I feel like there isn't, because it delists your item and relist with a brand new item ID. So I don't feel like I can get that anymore because it has the delist relist program. So I don't feel like I have that anymore. So I don't know. Someone in the chat might be able to answer you better. Yeah, that's what she said. Casey, listen to you. Casey, I know you'll be there on Sunday. I know you'll be there on Sunday. What's up, Felix? Felix in Chi-Town. All right, here's another retail arbitrage item. These. So look at me selling all this retail arbitrage, guys. So these, I just talked about these the other day. I think like the last time maybe I was on live, but overalls by Levi's, and I think I paid for these $19.99, and they sold for $42.50. So you see how I'm not making huge money, but I know these will sell quick. I bought these probably 16 or 17 or 18 days ago, like way less than a month ago. Not way less. That's exaggerating. I'm good at doing that. But less than a month ago, and they already sold. So $20 easy. But that's the only pair they had. That's the only pair they had. What time is your whatnot? It's at 8 p.m. Eastern Central Time, or 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday night, November the 5th. And if you're new to whatnot, like I said earlier, I have a link in my bio for $15 off. You literally get $15 off. And I've already loaded like pretty much everything. I'm going to load some more stuff today. There's definitely things I'm like, I should load this. I'm like, no, it's junky. I'm not going to put it in there. There's a ton of Lululemon. I can tell you that much. Ton of Lululemon. All right. So this was a little $20 profit retail arbitrage sale. I'll take it. It's the only one they had again. I wish they had more of those, but that's okay. I'll take it. And by the way, that went in a shoebox. Those are my favorite, especially this time of year. I'll bet you're whatnot. Yeah. Oh yeah, guys. Daylight saving time Saturday night. You'll all figure that out Sunday when you're like, man, this is awesome. It's only 7 a.m. And all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I love fall back. I hate spring forward. What do you use to keep track of my inventory? So I don't use anything of like when I bought it and when it sold. So I know a lot of people use like, I bought this, it took 365 days to sell. I don't do that. So I don't really care to just buy it and list it. And nowadays, like I buy things that I hope list quickly. And then I'll go through my store, and if I see something like my foot joists, my Puma polos, they're sitting right over here now. They haven't sold very well, so I just threw them on markdown. I can look all around because this is where all my stuff is in the room next door. And anytime I get in a bin or whatever and see stuff that like, that hasn't sold for a while, I'll get my phone right away and mark it down to get it out the door. Didn't skip on the kids retail arbitrage. Don't skip on kids retail arbitrage. Ooh, I have been skipping. I've been selling Peter Millar, making $30. What do they make Peter Millar kid stuff in? And I have been passing up on it. Ooh, you just open the can for everybody. Guys, later on watching this, I never even thought about that. Retail arbitrage for kids. Okay. Yes, I'm doing a whatnot show, but hear me out. It's not going to be an every week thing, or probably not even, definitely not an every month thing. My goal for whatnot is going to be buying women's clothing that I hate to list because I've come down to it and realized it after talking to my wife. So if I go to the thrift store and find really good women's clothing, I'm going to get it, and then I'm going to list on a whatnot. We'll see how it goes. If I lose money, obviously I'll stop doing that. But if I buy something for $4 and sell it for $8, I'm fine with that. These are Under Armour. Just some these are match play shorts. You guys know I like my match play or pants, match play pants, black, long. They sold for $20.77. Again, that's an auto posture sale because they don't list anything for $77. Nothing for $77. Picked up 2 pairs of cool pants at a yard sale for $2 a piece. Yard sales are the best. That's awesome. Fine. So that's over $30 a pair. So $4 into over $60. Unless you want to sell them really quickly, but I wouldn't. They'll still sell quick, especially if they're in good condition. Making sure this is going to Levi Strauss. Ever heard of it or have ever sold Yada golf polos? I haven't. Amy D, Yada. I don't think I found them. I haven't sold them. I might have seen them and are they good? because there are always golf polos that are coming in that are good. There's like a new one called like Sunday's Best or Sunday something. I found another one the other day. They've been selling. That's the thing about golf polos. They're like every 3 years, there's a new trend. That's the only like guy trend thing, a golf course. They want to look cool on the golf course, right? My husband asked why I would pay $80 for that polo vest with the patches. Oh, shoot. Did you send that to me? Why did you? Because I sold mine, by the way, for like $160. That's why, to double our money. Are you selling men's stuff on Whatnot? No, it's an all women's show. It's for the ladies. It's for the ladies. It's an all women's show. And I'm going to do something really creative for the buyer appreciation giveaway, which everyone does. Carbon to Cobalt. Talk about this brand all the time. No need to talk about it. But Carbon to Cobalt, it just keeps selling. I made a video last week about it. $26.88. $26.88. That's crazy to me. Because they were selling for that 8 years ago. And they still sell for that. I'm good with it. I'll keep buying it. Carbon to Cobalt, $26.88 auto posture sale. Let's see. Not that great on Yaya. Okay, so or Yada. YATTA for everyone else on the other platforms. YATTA. Not that great. I've seen them at TJ Maxx. What'd you see, Casey? I said if touched, they're over $100 on the floor and picked it up, it'd be $200. Yeah. So what you said, if there was $100 laying on the floor and you can make $2 off that 100 when you pick it up, yes. Some people don't understand the eBay game. I know. I get it. People don't get the reselling game. Like, people don't understand it. My wife, people just don't have that. Some people don't have that, like, entrepreneur flipping reselling mindset. They're just their brains are wired in other ways, right? So I know you guys probably follow K-Way. He said it took like a year or two to convince his wife that this is the way, and they obviously made it the way. New at Tags Banana Republic. If it's new at Tags Banana Republic and it's not outlet, I always pick it up. They're $5 where I live. So these are new at Tag Banana Republic, especially with the BR Plus. I think that's like the top better line of them. I sold them for $34.95. That's an auto posture sale. Again, I paid $5 for them. It's my favorite time of year, guys. You're getting all your bigger sales, and I love it. Look how wide these are. Guys, that is not a trend for guys right now. Guys do not wear super wide dress pants. Super wide dress pants. That is not a trend. If you say it's a trend, I'm going to disagree with you. It's not a trend. These are going out padded flat rate. So padded flat rate envelope, always new eyes. Get these free from the Postal Service office. You have to put them in as padded flat rate on eBay. Let's see. I sold a few crazy print Yadas at TJ Maxx over the summer. I need to look them up. If it's crazy print, it's definitely going to catch my attention. You know that. I like anything crazy print. I will tell you this, though. Hickey Freeman makes some crazy print polos, and they don't sell worth the crap. I'm just going to say it. They don't sell worth the crap. I sold a few, $155 pre-owned listed and 100 sold. I picked one up yesterday, so we will see how they go. Amy D, so the sell-through rate's good. I consider that good. I mean, it's about 50%. That's not bad. But how much they sell for used? So how much those Yada sell for used? So used Yada Polo. That's the question. Super new here. What is auto posture? Donna, welcome. Super new. So I don't recommend auto posture to anyone with a store or an eBay with under like maybe 150 items. But for me, I have 1,200. And what auto posture does, it automatically sends out offers to everyone that watches my items. I don't have to send out offers to any of them. And I decide how much those offers are. Right now it's 7%. I've had it at 10. I've had it at 5. But also delist and relist your items every 30 days. So your item doesn't get bogged down in the algorithms. So your eBay store looks like it's always moving. You're always put out new inventory. And those items look like they're new inventory on the market, which means they get pushed up in the algorithm. So when people go to search for things, those items get pushed up. And if you're new here, whatever, I do have a link in my link tree for it, and you get a discount on it if you are interested. I see them for 18 to 35. If I'm paying $5 or $4 for it, I would definitely give that a shot. They're going from 18 to 35. I'd be fine. If they're going for 18 to 35 for those Yada polos, and I'm paying $4 or $5 for it, I would, with the 50% sell-through rate, I would totally list them for 20. For me, you know me, I list mine for 18 to $20 no matter what the pattern is on the lower end and just sell them. If that could get you 100% sell-through rate. Just saying. What's up, Sonia? Yeah, so that's what I would do. But you know me, I'm churn and burn for the most part. Not on everything, guys. I know I say that a lot, but on a lot of things. So this is the Project Rock. I always think of Bill Belichick, who we despise as Colts fans, but now we don't really care. He's a Patriots coach. Patriot Girl, are you still here? So this is a Bill Belichick sweatshirt, Project Rock, but it's not Bill Belichick. It sold for $21.66. That's an auto posture sale. So $21.66 auto posture sale. And whenever I say auto posture sale, I know it because I don't price anything at $21.66. So someone took the best offer on that one. Someone took the best offer. Thanks, Texas Life. What's up? Welcome to the crew. Reply. Okay, good. Does auto posture, when it renews your listing, does that count against your 150 listings on eBay? I have a store, so I have a ton of free listings. So I'm really not sure on that one, but it doesn't. If you have a store, it doesn't. I have 1,200 items, so I'm relisting at least 1,200, actually almost 1,300 items. So. Yeah. Oh, Patriot Girl, you are here. You wouldn't miss that Bill Belichick thing, would you? I know you. Yes, it does. It does. So it does count. Everyone says it does count. So, Rhonda, if you don't have a store or you have insertion fees or whatever, it does count as a relist insertion fee. Oh, what's up, Blue? Blue Treasures coming in with the hearts. Look at Blue Collar Treasures. What's up, Blue Collar? Blue Collar. You're always on when I'm usually taking my kids to school. So I can never watch you. You're on too early. I need the midday watches or the early morning watches. I mentioned your company in my intro to business class about being an entrepreneur. Thanks, Curl. Yeah. You know what? That's funny because I would probably have done the same thing. I'm not killing it or anything, but it shows like someone who was a teacher, went to college, paid for a degree, taught all that stuff, and then you could start this business with like stuff around your house. I also think I want to make a video, stuff around my house that I could sell. What I would like to do if I had time is start a whole new eBay store, see how big I can get it from stuff around the house, and then take that money. But yes, you can make a business from zero, pretty much. Stuff you have around the house that you don't use. For example, I have a Nintendo 64 that I've had and I haven't sold. And guess what? It's just literally sitting in the attic, me thinking that one day I'm going to do something with it. But if I wanted it, why wouldn't I just buy one day? I don't know. I didn't even show you what these were. So these were Chubby's fleece shorts. My buddy gave these to me, who I trade. So these are Chubby's fleece shorts. They're Christmas pattern. So I've actually had these shorts for a long time. They've been in my bins of Christmas or winter items because they're fleece. And they actually sold really, really quick. I was not expecting those to sell quick. $18.88 is what those sold for. Was not expecting that, but happy. I obviously they're new to me, so I had to look at comps and I sold them where I thought they should be sold at because I don't want to hold on to them for a long time. Let's see. Cool, very cool. You should. Oh, I have an N64. I'll never sell it. Mine is Pikachu edition. Well, guess what, Casey? It's going to sell for more now. What if I told you I'd give you $500 for that Pikachu edition? What would you do then? Huh? What would you do then if I said that to you? Eric. Going to Eric. Patriots hit the floor when my boy came to Tampa. I know. Patriots hit the floor. The Colts did too. What's up, Chris at Peak? Chris at Peak, 9:30. He has a big announcement. So in 2 minutes. I'm going to probably get off here in 2 minutes. I'm pretty sure he has a big announcement. Chris at Peak this morning on TikTok and probably all platforms actually. Here we go. Next item that sold. I posted this on my Instagram and Facebook. I've had these listed for a long time. I was doing a live with Ethan. These are called Kissick. And he said these are one of his favorite brands of shoes to sell. And I asked him what he sells them for. And mine were priced lower than what he sells them for. I said, how come mine don't sell? He said, put shoe trees in them. You put shoe trees in them. It looks more professional and they'll sell. So I bought shoe trees. He sent them to me. And they sold in like a couple weeks after that. So that was pretty cool. That's true life story. So you've been Sea-Dog, Chris Dog. You Sea-Dog, nice Lulu kid. It's always Lulu around these parts. Not a chance I would miss that comment. I used to love the watch Peyton and Tom epic games. Me too. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just because I live in Indy and we're not very good. But like those were my heydays, right? Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning. It had to be everyone's. I mean, those two have broken just about every record, right? So when those two would face off, that were like the record-breaking best QBs of all time. I mean, arguably, whatever. Those were like the heydays. Obviously, like Patrick Mahomes is good and all that stuff, but those were rivalries. Those were rivalries. All right, so those Kissicks gone. Finally, thanks to Ethan. Elaine, she's getting some Kissicks. Going to Louisiana. They're called what again? Kissick. And they're spelled K-I-Z-I-K. K-I-Z-I-K, and they don't look like it's spelled K-I-Z-I-K, but once you see it, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's Kissick. They're slip your shoe. They're like lace free. You slip your foot right in and slip it out. They're lace free. Do you end listings and save winter items in the spring? No. Paula, once I list an item, it stays on my eBay forever until it sells. So I never take an item off. No way. If anything, what I do is run a sale at the end of the season on those items like polos and shorts. And if they still don't sell, they'll just sit dormant on live, like listed live. People can buy them. And then hopefully the next season they'll sell. Chris who? Patriot Girl, Chris at Peak. So CHRISATPEAK. Chris at Peak. What is the shoe tree? A shoe tree is like what you put in the shoe to give it form. They're upstairs, but what you put in the shoe to give it form, you know what I'm talking about. And you leave it in the shoe, it gives it form. So, yes, I've been Sea-Dogged. Oop, I better run over there too. eBay OG here. I started when you didn't even have pictures. I'm glad I found you. Moon Dreamer. When was that? Because I started in 2001, and I feel like that was a long time ago. But you obviously started before you even used pictures on eBay. I don't even know when that would have been. That's crazy. So here's another Robert Graham that I sold. So this is the second retail. This is a third retail arbitrage. Second retail arbitrage Robert Graham that I sold. Just like this. Just a different color. Sold this one for $79. So the last one, I took a best offer at $82. This one, I took a best offer of $79. $3 difference. I don't care. I'm still making $20, $30 on this. Remember, when you're doing retail arbitrage, be careful because you're paying up and you're not quadrupling your money like you would on a thrift store item. You know, you're still making that good profit. You're making that good profit, but your ROI is a little bit different. I can't imagine eBay items without pictures. Me too. eBay items without pictures would be crazy. I don't know how people would buy it. I think it'd be scammed. I remember back in the day, it'd be money orders. It'd be like money orders for eBay. So it was way different back then. It's crazy. So do you end and relist your items in 30 days? So what I have is auto posture, Becky. So auto posture, this will go out right here in one of these boxes. Auto posture, delist and relist my items automatically. I talk about it all the time, but it's awesome. So honestly, it's $35 a month it covers Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, all these different platforms, Depop, and it's an assistant. So it would be like a $400 employee for me because it delists and relists, which pushes up my store and the items, and it sends offers. I have 1,200 items. Taking time. Well, now on eBay, you can do like multiple item offers, but it used to take me forever to send out offers. So it saves me a ton of money and gets me a lot of sales. Auto Posture does. You should end. Should you? Oh, should you? Do you end a relist? So if you, I do again, but if you delist your item and relist it yourself, it keeps the same ID. So Auto Posture gives it completely new ID. You should go live with Kayla. What? Kayla's live? I can't go live with her. I can't take her thing. I can go in there and give her lots of kisses. Kiss emojis. Do you have a promo code for Auto Posture? Yes, Timothy. So Auto Posture, I have a link on all my platforms. You just have to go. You're on Facebook. It's on my Facebook page and my link tree. You get $5 off your first month, and you get a 7-day free trial. And there's no contract with it. So, but you'll see. You'll start getting sales. I promise. Like there's no one that has Auto Posture that I know of that doesn't get sales. Good morning. That's a confirmation for me to get some shoe trees. Yes, Bonnie. So I only have two types. I have a smaller one for women's shoes and a bigger one for men's shoes. I got them from Ethan Banks, a college reseller, and I use them for pictures. So just use them for pictures. It's crazy. It has changed a lot. I know. Moon Dreamer, you remember when it was just when you had to do like money orders for eBay? It was crazy. That was crazy. All right. American Giant. Really good bolo. Can't believe I found this at the bins. I made a video about it when I was with Bearded. American Giant. This is a really good brand to be on the lookout for. I mean, it's not like you're not making $1 million off of it, but usually you'll buy something like this for $5 or $10, probably less than $10, $5. And I sold it for $42.88 Auto Posture sale. So $42.88. I don't list things at that 88 at $42.88. And this is going out in a Tyvek envelope, but I probably paid like $2 or $3 for this because it was at the bins. Same. Your folding skill slays me. I know. Listen, this is my folding. Guys, I could fold it. If you're just starting out a store, do everything nice and neat. Maybe do thank you cards and all that stuff. But this is what I do. You guys watch me live. I'm real. I'm legit. Like, this is what I do. And I get tons of sales. I don't get negative feedback. When I get clothing in the mail, I freaking rip it open and get the shirt out. Like, it does look nice when you send it to them. But I know my folding skills are, you know what? They're the same folding skills I use for myself at home. If that tells you anything. That's why my wife likes doing my laundry. Let's see. Yes, since 1997. That has to be the first year of eBay. 1997 has to be. There's no way it's not. That's going to Jared. Jared's getting that. I would say Jared from Subway, but that dude's not a cool guy anymore. And by the way, he lived in like 10 minutes away from me when they got him. I am going to put a piece of tape on this, which I normally don't, but it had to squeeze in there. Kind of like me in my pants right now. I need to go work out. What you know about Gil? Gil? Yes or no? I don't know Gil. What's Gil? It's a burrito fold. Heck yeah. You know what? You save wrinkles. When you do a burrito fold, you save wrinkles. That's what I'm saying. I quit using wrapping paper and all that. Yeah, guys, I'm telling you, try new things. Work smarter. I put out that video where I was like, I am as lazy as they come when I do stuff. My pictures are lazy. This is lazy. I don't cut corners, but you can do little things. You can hold back on little things. You don't have to use padding or whatever, and see if that works. And if that starts working, shoot, you probably just cut out money and time. So just start trying new things. Let's see. Just listed some shoes and wasn't loving how some of them looked in the pictures. Going to use shoe trees today. Yes. Thanks. You always coming through with good, helpful tips. Ronnie, appreciate that. And I try, and I give credit to Ethan, who's someone else in the community who told me about using shoe trees. So we all learn from each other, right? I'm just passing on the word. But there you go. That's a real life example of the shoes not selling, putting shoe trees in them, and they sold quickly. So obviously he told me they were priced right. So that has something to do with it too. Okay, I will for sure. Thanks. Hit a huge haul this weekend. Bought a unit that had a ton of shoes, about 100 pairs, only paid $80. What? A ton of other items sorting through today. That's like a fun day. That's like a day. That's like a vacation, sorting through all the fun stuff. I'd love to talk one day with you about buying storage lockers. I know many people would be interested. Yeah. Bearded wanted to buy a storage locker with me. I don't know about it. We'll see. Let's see. Can you show us how to fold a blazer? I don't have a blazer down here. What I do with the blazer, pretend this sick giant jerseys is a blazer. What I do with the blazer is I fold the front over, shoulder to shoulder, so the buttons are on the inside, not on the outside. Then I'll fold the sleeves over like that, and so the buttons are on the inside again. And then I always roll blazers and suits. So again, I do a burrito bowl. Why? Or burrito roll. Why? Because it saves wrinkles. So when they get it, it's not going to be wrinkled up. They do that in the military with their clothing. They roll it up. It saves it from having wrinkles. My man, what's happening? What's up, Chase? We're just packing our last item, and it's a good one. Polo Ralph Lauren, my favorite brand. And these are cargo pants. Whenever you find cargo pants with zippers and all sorts of stuff like that, always list them as military. Speaking of military, how much do you think these sold for? So how much do you think these sold for? They're just Polo Ralph Lauren cargo pants. How much do you think they sold for? Love storage units. That's how I got started. Yeah, Mary. A lot of people got started with storage units. They love them. So $60, 45, 50. Got to get over to Chris. Don't want to miss your announcement. Yeah, sure. I get it. Go do it. Go do it. This is the last one. How much did this sell for? We have 50. We have 60. It sold for $76.99. Almost $80 for these. I find these all the time in the thrift store. Well, I find these in the thrift stores when I shouldn't be. I see thrifters pass over these a lot. $76.99, almost $80. And these aren't even that crazy. The ones that have a lot more zippers on the cargo pockets and stuff will go for $100. So 40, 30, I know. So there you go. There is the BOLO for the day. My favorite. Polo Ralph Lauren cargo pants that are crazy. Yep. Sold a pair of corduroy cargo pants for $50. Only lasted 4 or 5 days. Yes, Chase, I bet that was recently. Corduroy Polo Ralph Lauren pants. They weren't cargo. Corduroy Polo Ralph Lauren pants sell well. I told you I'm organizing right now. Everything on my fingertips. Corduroy pants, right? So corduroy pants do well. And I'll show you in real time. If you get the corduroy polo pants that have this type of waistband, they're older. They sell for better because they're a thicker corduroy. They're a thicker material, especially if they're in good condition. So that's that. And that's all I have, guys. So I hope you all have a good day. I'm going to be watching more. What I like to do is listen to podcasts or watch people and get bolos from them. So this is the same thing I do. You can always rewatch this stuff on Facebook and YouTube if you miss it. And I appreciate you guys. Casey, have a good day. Have fun. You'll be listened to. My thrifts don't produce goods this past. I'm up to 260 items, sitting at 1,400 profit. Hit it, Chase. Chase, you're killing it for the month. I got you. Chase is killing it, man. I'm telling you guys, like, some of you guys are here all the time, and that knowledge and like your sales that you tell me are better than mine half the time. The sales are way better than mine. How much would corduroy sell for? If they're Polo Ralph Lauren or Brooks Brothers, I usually don't pick up LL Bean. Polo Ralph Lauren, Brooks Brothers sell for usually 20 or more, but it depends Polo Ralph Lauren. If they're the newer style and they're thin and they're very lightweight, they don't sell near as nice or well as a thick older style, the thick corduroys. It does smell good in here. I know. Good morning. Does eBay say service may be experiencing issues when trying to print USPS labels? Yes, everybody. My eBay store, or when I printed all my labels this morning, it said USPS is having issues shipping labels. It printed all my labels just fine. So maybe there's an issue at the post office or something, but it printed my labels just fine. I'm going to take them to the post office like usual. So it did say that for me too. You're not alone. So it did say that this morning, Monday morning, October 30th. All right, everybody. Have a great day. I'll catch you later. I appreciate you guys coming in as always, bright and early this morning. Bright and early.